Dat is waarschijnlijk.
Welk?
Jij weet waarom dat is, hè?
Ja. Ik kwam daar een beetje de moer daar uit de straat. I got my police report. I got caught doing a wheelie. I got the police report right here. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another explanational video. I have to explain some things. So yeah, a couple weeks ago I posted on my story, I posted on my community YouTube tab, I got caught doing a wheelie, a picture with a cop, taking my driver's license and taking everything I owned. Yeah, so I got the results, we gotta talk about it. And I'll tell you guys exactly what happened because I had a little bit too much fun on the 1290 Super Adventure R. Yeah, anyway, a couple weeks ago I was riding with my best friends in the Netherlands, minding our own business. And we ended up on a ferry. I've never been on a ferry, so we just went onto the ferry, not even knowing where we'd gone to. After that, we actually scared a horse. I do not have a lot of footage of it, but we actually scared a horse. It wasn't me. Now we got very close to the border again. There was like a 3-lane wide ass road. I stopped in front of a red light and I was like, it's been a long time, I've been on a 1290. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pop a little bit of a wheel here. So yeah, light turns green. First gear, not doing first gear wheelies on the 1290 because it's not a good idea. So I went up to second gear, popped a little bit of a wheelie, put it down at about 100 kilometers an hour or something like that. I was like, yeah, good times. I shifted up to third gear, bam, power wheelie, whoop, Super Adventure R comes straight up again. Now, when I'm pulling that wheelie in third gear, on the right side is a little brown Mazda CX-5. I passed it so fast, I had no idea who was in it. So, third gear, I do the wheelie, and stoplights, yet again, red light. So I stop on the red light. This brown Mazda stops next to me, and I was like, hey, what's up? In this brown little Mazda, there was actually a young police lady from the Netherlands. And she was looking at me like, yeah, and I was like, sorry. And I was like, yep, I'm screwed. She's going to get out. She's going to take my driver's license. She's going to take my motorcycle. And that's it of Smokey's adventures, for sure. But for some reason, light turns green. She takes a right turn and she just leaves. I don't get it. So if that young girl is looking, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now I didn't just, god dang it. Now I didn't just get lucky one time there. I actually got lucky the second time. But we didn't know until like 3 weeks later. Because 3 weeks later, my buddy Mike and my buddy Bob both got a speeding ticket. They got 2 speeding tickets of that exact road. So where I pulled the wheelie, turns out there's like a speed camera. I didn't even see it. But for some reason, they got a speeding ticket and I did not. That's a very weird situation. So I was like, dude, you guys have to ask for pictures because I always ride first, Mike rides second, and Bob is third. So we always ride into the same position. We are used to that. But for some reason, the second one and the third one got a speeding ticket. I was first and I did not. The guys asked for their picture. So you can actually, if you get a speeding ticket, you can ask for the picture they actually took. They will send it to your house. So yeah. Looking at these pictures, where the hell is Smokey? We have no idea where I'm at. Anyway, I did not get a speeding ticket. Maybe because I pulled a wheelie and my license plate was something like that. I don't know. Until this day, I still have no idea what happened. Anyway, we continued our journey on a very easy pace because I realized I just dodged 2 50 cal bullets. But now we crossed the border back into our shitty country. We come back into our hometown and there's a bicycle race going on. So skinny men in skinny spandex racing each other. Now I passed one of my friend's house and I was like, yeah, I'm not really using a horn to say hello. I always pop like these really small wheelies, like blah, 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 hello, and sometimes I even use my horn when pulling a wheelie. And yeah, my friends were like, hey, jokes and all aside. Now the moment I have my wheel up, right in front of me, a police car shows up. The dude starts looking at me, I start looking at the dude, and I was like, This is bad. This is very bad. So the police car was actually coming from this way and was standing in that direction. And I was coming in this direction. So my first thought was I'm just gonna do that, going in that street, and I'm gone like that. Bang, nobody's got a problem with that, right? So the police officer does give me the signal like this. He did like that. So he could mean like dribbling a basketball, slowing down, or stop. Could mean a lot of things. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So I thought like he wanted to play basketball or he wanted me to slow down. I go to the right and I tell him, yeah, I'll slow down. I give it some gas and I'm out of there. Now in my reverse mirror, way in the background, I see some blue lights going on. So I was like, yeah, I might be screwed in this one. Now, like I said, with the race going on, there was like a lot of kids and people playing outside. There was like hundreds of kids walking down the road I was going. And I was like, yeah, I cannot make a run for it. I cannot bail. I'm gonna bring other people in danger. So I need to stop. So a little bit down the road, I stopped. The cop car came over. A very friendly cop called Koen. He pulled me over. And it was like, als kijk,
Dat is waarschijnlijk, hè?
Welk?
Je weet waarom dat is, hè?
Ja. Hij kwam daar een beetje de moer daar uit straat.
Dat was per ongeluk,
Hé?
Dat was per ongeluk waarschijnlijk.
Ja, tikkeltje mij stond wat bekend volk en ik deed even brap.
Ja, dat kan wel geld kosten.
You know why I pulled you over, right? I was like, yeah, probably that wheelie, that small little tiny low speed wheelie I did for the first time in my life in the street over there. He was like, yeah, right. It happened by accident, right? It was not an accident. I actually saw some friends and I was like, hey, and I popped a little bit of wheelie. Oh yeah, so no accident, huh? Now, fun fact, if you actually say that it's an accident, there is a law from 2005 that actually states, I'm gonna read it because I'm too stupid to remember it. Every driver must be able to drive and have the physical ability and knowledge to control its vehicle. So if you actually get pulled over doing a wheelie and the cop asks you, because they want to trick you into saying some things you really don't want to say that even make it worse. And you're like, hey, it was an accident. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I just did like brap and my wheel popped up. Don't do it. It's going to give you an extra piece of cake. It's going to make your ticket even worse. And when the courthouse sees your police report and you say like, it was an accident, you're going to get bonus points. Yeah, you're going to lose your license for a lot longer and the price is just going to go up. So always say you had full control of your vehicle. So I just got off my bike. The police officer asked me for my paperwork. I actually just gave him my paperwork. I didn't struggle. I just reached for my paperwork and gave him the paperwork and I did not get shot. Now, a lot of people watching this, if a police officer asks you for your papers, don't be like, no, I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to do this. I want to do that. Stay calm. He's calm. I'm calm. He asks for my papers. I just give him my papers. Now, fun fact, I do pay shitloads of taxes. And those taxes actually pays for his sandwich. So I am paying for the police to work for me. So I actually don't see the police as an enemy of the state, an enemy of me. I actually see them as they work for me. So if I see something that is strange, I will call them and say, you go over there. So I just boss them around because they work for me. That's how simple it is. You pay taxes, police works for you. If you see something that's up, send them there. I'm their boss. Simple as that. Second mistake I almost got was saying, well, I was going towards a crossroads, so I couldn't do it at high speeds because I was close to a crossroads, you know? Couldn't be that fast. Now, no, wrong answer. Do never tell that you're going towards a crossroads when doing a wheelie. Because if you're doing a wheelie, you always make up more speed. And another law made in history a long time ago states that if you go towards a crossroads, you always have to slow your car or your vehicle down. Now, unless you're Rock Bagaros and you're a stunt rider, slowing down when doing a wheelie, yeah, that's not for me. Maybe for you, but it's absolutely not for me. And in court, yeah, it's not gonna happen. So going towards a crossroads, you have to slow down. If you say you're doing a wheelie, you're only speeding up. So never say you're going towards a crossroads. Bad points. Bonus points. More money. So yeah, I just gave this cop all of my paperwork. He took some picture of it and he said, well, I'm going to give you a call next week. Come over and we'll file in the police report together. And you can tell me exactly what happened there. I was like, yeah, popped a wheelie and you saw me popping a wheelie. But it was like, yeah, let's discuss this. I was like, hey, perfectly fine. It did not take my license right away. It did not take any of my paperwork away. It did not confiscate my motorcycle. So I was like, good days. Might come later. Most likely gonna come later. But not today. Sun was shining, so I was like, I'm good to go. I can ride on. Anyway, I thought this can get me some time. I just call my lawyer and ask what I need to say and what I absolutely don't need to say. So that's good, right? Now we had a friendly talk, nothing was wrong with that. I was easy, he was easy. Now suddenly he says like, yeah, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Just pay some money and you're good to go. And you're probably going to lose your license. And then I was like, I got triggered. I got really triggered. Why is my camera moving all the time? So yeah, I got really triggered. And then I said like, yeah, we'll see about that. But then he was like, yeah, I saw your GoPro, so you probably recorded the wheelie, so you know what was up and this and that. And I was like, no, I'm already recording our conversation because of my safety. Because you know, a lot of people get shot by cops these days. Yeah, I couldn't really laugh with that. And neither could I. So he started to get a little bit pissed, and I was like, yeah, I gotta bail. I really gotta bail. And then the officer says like, yeah, well, I have to file a police report. And then I was like, you have to? No, you don't. Just have to say like, dude, don't do it anymore and just let me off the hook. But turns out it does really work that way. He really wants to punish me. So yeah. Now the week following, I did not get a phone call from him. I was like, maybe he's got the wrong phone number or whatever. I might never hear from him again. Second week goes in, couple days, still no phone call. I do not have to come by the station. So I was like, starting to get a little bit paranoid. Now 2 weeks later, my wife and my kid were like, hey, it's an open house at the police station. You wanna come? And I was like, yeah, might not be a very good idea to show my face there, but yeah, for the kid, I did it anyway. So yeah, got to the police station, it was raining very bad. And suddenly, yes, in the distance, I do see Koen, the cop, and he was coming towards me. And I was like, he can't really recognize me because I had my helmet on and my sunglasses. So he's probably not gonna recognize me in this shape or form. So he came by, he just stood next to me and we said hi to each other. But the second I said like, hello, he was like, hey. He was starting to look at me like he knew something. He forgot about something, he recognized my voice or something. Anyway, I learned some kung fu, I shot a gun. It was pretty fun at the open house from the police. Now when I was going home, I looked to my left and far away in the background, I saw this same cop looking at me like... And I was like, yeah, I'm fucked. Anyway, 2 days later, a police report ends up in my mail. Now on that ticket, it does say that I did not have control over my vehicle, and I have to pay for that. Now the fun fact is that the article that I stated on earlier, 8.3, that I do not have control over my vehicle, that is what they took me down for. That is actually what they took me down for, that I do not have control over my vehicle. Now I did call my lawyer because the ticket is 183 euros. 183 bucks. Now I did have to pay 183 euros, which is actually a steal, which is just a bargain. And my lawyer was like, I have never ever seen somebody so lucky like you. Popping a wheelie, not losing your license, should be like 600 to 800 euros. License should be gone for at least 2 weeks to a month. And for some reason, I got 180 euros. Now, the police report does state, the article that I stated earlier, 8.3, that I do not have the control over my vehicle. That I do not have the physical or mental strength to have control over my vehicle. And I absolutely had. So I called my lawyer and was like, dude, wait a minute, we gotta fight this. I mean, I did have control over my vehicle. He was like, dude, I have never seen anybody get it off so easily like you. Do not bring it back to court, pay that 183 euros, and be absolute done with it. It is done with it if you pay for it. And I was like, I don't know. So long story short, I did learn my lesson, so it's not going to be a daily wheelie event on the channel yet. It's going to be more of adventurous. I might be popping some wheelies here and there, but it's not going to be in my own country, because I know now, according to my lawyer, if I do it in another country, I can do whatever I want, as long as I do not get caught in that country. So yeah, no more wheelies in my own country, Gonna be wheelies in a different country. Not as many as I did before. Gonna be more adventurous. So yeah, I got a little bit lucky. Anyway, that's the story. You guys have been asking me for it. Thank you guys for watching. Did you ever lose your license because of a motorcycle thing you did? Have you ever been a bad boy losing your driver's license? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to read it and have a big ass laugh. See you guys. Drive safe. See ya.